common reaction of people who've been made redundant is that they think that they've got to get a job, well, frankly, any job. And this is very understandable because they've got financial commitments, so they've got to bring in some money. And so they start to apply for jobs that are very significantly below, if we can use that phrase, below the job that they had before they were made redundant. A rather good example of this was a client of mine, Mark, who had been in IT and found himself applying for any job, and one of those was a job as a console operator. But when he went for the job as a console operator, it became absolutely obvious to his prospective employer that he was way overqualified for the job. So he didn't get the job. And so Mark and I were discussing this the next week, and I said, well, what sort of strategies do you think you can adopt, Mark, for doing that, for getting these jobs? He said, well, I think I've actually got to set out, Lanning, what sort of things I can bring to the table. That I'm honest, that I'm reliable, that I'm energetic, and all those sorts of things. He said, but I think also I've got to be honest with the prospective employer. I've got to say, look, I can absolutely guarantee you that I'm going to be here for at least 12 months. And in that 12 months period, you're going to have a console operator that you've probably never had before. And I'm really happy to be here for 12 months. That's my plan. There was another thing that went on for Mark when he did that, because I said to him, well, wait on, Mark, how are you going to feel? Here you were in your position in IT, and here you are working as a console operator. How are you going to feel about working as a console operator? He said, well, Lanning, hey, it's bringing in some money. And I need to do that. Secondly, I'm not sitting around at home moaning my fate. And thirdly, Lanning, if I see it as only something that goes for a certain limited time and not endlessly over the horizon, I can actually handle it. It's almost like a holiday. I know it's going to finish, and I know it's going to finish pretty soon, but it's suiting my objectives right now. So I feel okay in taking that sort of job.